Yes, I'm back at the menu. Hello, Tutor here, coming in to search for bring you another video of Fault Sounds Dependent Lightcraft. This is gonna be right after I just recorded the first one, but I had to go do something real quick, so let's continue because I want to see what good old Kaji sees. Let's resume. Wonder what it is. Oh. Ooh. Find myself mesmerized. I was supposed to look for her, but there's no need. An irresistible aura draws me in. She is by the edge of the pond, sitting on a swing in the middle of a flower bed. Her face is a mask of melancholy. What flames of passion I managed to conjure sputtered and died by her expression. She doesn't look too happy. The air is thick with heartache. Here, silent sadness reigns, straining the surrounding mana blue. Miss Flora? My desires all dissolve in a blink of an eye. It sobers me faster than I thought possible. Huh? Oh, Kaji. Teleported. Something is wrong. Thick as I am, even I can tell there's no time for jokes. It's time for lunch, Miss Flora. Misha's something here to find you. Huh? Really? Is that time already? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Oh no. And I made you come all this way? I'm so sorry. Oh, don't worry about it. I don't mind at all. Miss Flora? I'm really sorry, I just don't feel very hungry today. That's understandable. It is pretty hot. I tried to get some thinking done on the way here, but my brain wasn't working at all. Really? Something on your mind? Nope. No, not really. More importantly, something on your mind? If you want to talk about it, then, I can just maybe listen. Talk about it. Huh. Don't. We had such a fun episode. Don't be. No. Please tell me I'm over exaggerating. Do you have any other family other than your father, Kaji? Any siblings? No. My mom died when I was young, and I've been living with my dad ever since. I heard they wanted another child, but I ended up being their first and last. I see. How is it? Being an only child, I mean. Does it get lonely? Oh. No. Lonely? I'm not quite sure. I mean, when I was a kid, there was a few times I wish I had a sibling. At this age, though, I think I'm a little too old to be feeling lonely about having no siblings. Sorry, yes. Guess that's true. Sorry, weird question, wasn't it? What made you ask? Something wrong? That's a fucking bold-faced lie. No, nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. That might be the most unconvincing no I've ever heard. I want to help her, comfort her, but I falter, fearing I'll cross the blurry line between concerned friend and busybody. I'm sorry I made you all walk out of her. Why didn't they just call me? Misha didn't want to because, he says he doesn't want to call you for every little thing. I think it's awkward for him. Huh? Awkward? Just call me for God's sakes. Why even bother setting up the line otherwise? Well, don't try to blame the guy. I mean, these days, one wrong call is enough to ruin your reputation. Unless you're really good friends, I do think it's pretty hard to gauge what's appropriate. Especially when it's between people of the opposite genders. Really? He cares about stuff like that. Huh. He's more prude than I thought. Just for the record, even if we had lines set up, I definitely wouldn't have the guts to call you. You too? Since when did it take guts to call me? What's the point of communication system if you can't use it to communicate? Honestly, I'm a little hurt. I thought we were all friends. But we are. It's just that, you know, you have to consider etiquette and stuff. But if you liked, I'll call. Yes, I will call anytime. Calm down, jeez. Oh, I really hope what happened. I really hope what I'm thinking happened didn't happen, and it's like a cousin or an animal, a pet. Okay, but calm lines with a noble. Oh, quit it. So annoying when people throw a fuss about nobility titles and all that. Can we keep the presentation out of Preachwood, at least? In fact, I think we should put a stop to this problem, and we can start with us. Huh? Let's set up a comm line. I got lines with most of the Preachwood crew, but I don't have one set up with you yet. What? With me? A comm line? There you go with overreaction again. Can we please be more casual? Casual with a noble? I'm honestly not sure if I can. I get too nervous. We really need to do something about your allergy to nobles. And you know what? I think the comm line is a pretty good first step. Come on, let's set it up. That way, if this kind of thing happens again, you can just give me a call, right? I'll save you the trouble of going on brain-melting walks through the forest. I don't mind at all. I really enjoy talking with you. Not every day I get to chat with a noble. Really? Well, I'm glad I can satisfy your craving for exotic conversation at least. That's not... I'm kidding. Miss Flora? Is it just me or do you look more tired than usual? Maybe I am. Today especially. Is there anything I can do to help? I'm more than happy to. Oh? You'd be my knight in shining armor. Not exactly. I mean, I don't think a lowly pleb like me can give you any useful advice, but I can maybe hear you out. You know, there's a fine line between depreciation and self-loathing, and you're skidding dangerously close to the latter. To answer your question, though, I'm pretty busy lately, so that's why I'm more tired lately. Yeah, that must be it. I don't think so. Busy with your studies? Yeah, study with a capital S on both ends. Study before class, after class, for exam prep, for the exam prep. Lessons, drills, labs, exercises, slipping one thing to study after another. I don't believe you. To be perfectly honest, I shouldn't be here in Preachwood right now, but couldn't help myself today. That's right, I almost forgot. When I first got here, her expression. Did something bad happen? Shit. Yeah, I woke up and I was still a Serenhide. Oh, whew. Let's say fuck. Don't call Rotona. Don't call Rotona on this. Science dependent. Just call false science dependent. Let's just say. I think Rotona pretty much commits fucking treason at some point. I think. That's what the story leads to, because she hates Roseanne and wants to burn it to the ground, but which is ironic which is funny because she later becomes the royal guardian. Oh well. Haha, got you again. Come on. At least laugh a little so you don't leave me hanging. Sometimes I just have a bad day and I wish I didn't have to deal with, you know, my life. Everyone has bad days, right? I suppose so. Anyway, enough talk. Let's go eat. Maybe I'm actually just hungry and my stomach's lying to me. Who knows? Once I put food in myself, maybe a barrel perk up, right? Right, maybe will. I don't think so. That would have been a good place to end it last time. Oh well. Date XXXX. Dear Mother, I've been feeling sort of pathetic lately. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I just keep wishing Miss Flora would ask me for help. Like, I know she's talented and accomplished and got her life together. I'm none of those things. I think he crossed the line from self-depreciation to self-loathing. But still, I keep wondering, is there really nothing I can do for her? What kind of men do people tend to rely on, and how do I become one? Are they any different from reliable women? If they are, maybe that's what separates the cool and popular from people like me. When women have issues, what kind of help do they look for? Or is it wrong to assume they're looking for help in the first place? I wish I knew what was bothering her, but she doesn't want to talk to me about it, so I can't even be an outlet. I keep asking, but I don't want to come off as nosy. When it's carrying, when is it carrying and when is it coming on too strong? How do I tell? I have no idea. How did Dad approach you, Mom? Or was it the other way around? I asked Dad about it, but he's sort of embarrassed. But it's sort of embarrassing. I remember Miss Flora saying something about not wanting to be a Serenade. She didn't make it sound like a joke, but I wonder if she's still having some family issues. Granted, even if she is, it's not like I can do anything about it. Or maybe she's fed up with the life of a noble? I'm probably overthinking this. I think I need to replay Fall Milestone 2 when you first meet her. Yeah, sounds dependent. I'm sure she's just having a bad day. Everyone gets a little depressed sometimes. Speaking of depressed, I saw that paint at the castle again today. So incredible. It literally left me speechless. You'd think you were looking at the real Queen Selah. It feels like she could just walk out of the frame at any moment. That's how real she looks. I wish I could show you. It does make me want to get better at painting though. One day I want to be able to paint something like that. I'm practicing every day and I keep trying to paint in that style, but it never turns out right. Maybe try painting your own style. Maybe I'm practicing wrong? Do I need to branch out a little more? Do some more trial and error? But how? Branch out where? Try with what? Sometimes I think it's a problem. Sometimes I think the problem isn't so much as it is skill as it is awareness. Like, I don't have an eye for this type of thing, or don't even know what it is that I don't know. It'd be great if someone could show me a better way to practice. But I have Aria, and she's volunteering her time, so I can't just keep nagging her. Apparently, all the people in the studios just get better over time on their own. Like, seriously. Does it just come down to pure grit? Some nose to the grindstone? Just put in the time kind of thing? Then sure, I'll put in the time. I'll put in as much time as it takes. But some famous person once said something about how doing the same thing over and over again expecting different results is the definition of insanity. I don't think it was a famous person, but it definitely was a famous character. We'll go with that much. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over again expecting a result. Different result. I don't know if that's true, but it sure is demotivating. There's a difference between that and practice. Simple. Shoving your hand into touching a hot stove every time, thinking you're not going to burn yourself. You might get taught. That's insanity. But like, falling, getting up to walk again, and falling, getting up to walk again. That's not. When you don't know, you really don't know. It's so hard. Is that just how life works? Whatever. I think I've done enough complaining for today. Just started writing daily entries again, so I'm starting to whine. Sorry. Oh, it also means bye. Oh. Vostoro? There's a lot of good cutscenes. Me? What? What the? Me? Excuse me! Someone's at the door and knocking a lot. Who's at the door? Oh. You again. I'm seriously getting tired of your face. I'm not leaving today. Not until you at least hear me out. I did hear you out, damn kid. Multiple times, and my answer will always be the same. You want an interview with us? You gotta go through Serenades first. We're not in... God dang. We're not in the business of hiring crazies who harass me at my store. Oh, this is the store that... Bring up Science Pendant again. If you don't even have the good sense to go through the normal channels, we're not interested in you. Dad's shouting at someone? I don't even remember the last time he raised his voice. I just want to be a top-notch fruit farmer like you, Mr. Oldberg. I know. You told me that multiple times, too. Pastries? Mr. Oldberg, pastries are a plague upon the people. More and more stores are filled with cakes and sweets. It's outrageous. We are heading in the wrong direction. Shouldn't we be placing more value on raw, unprocessed gems we harvest from the earth? The literal fruits of our farmers' labors. No. Oh, hey, fine. I can download it here. The true treasures of our nation. Instead, we're flocking to sheep to artificial nonsense of bakeries. Have we no pride in Rosenheid? We're so infused with the oven culture of foreigners that we're losing our sight of us should. Oh, get out of here with your values, kid. You're enough of a nuisance without getting all preachy. Look, I get that you've done your homework on fruit farms. You lack experience, but you have passion, and I recognize that. The thing is, there are rules. This is the last time I'm going to say this. Go through the established channels, then come back to me. We have people at the recommendation office. If you can't even impress them, you're not worth my time. If you want into Oldberg, then make like an old bird. The least you can do is respect our rules and values. Fine, we'll go through the proper channels. But I'll be back, Mr. Oldberg. You can count on that. I wonder who that is. Holy mother of manna, the youngsters these days are a handful. Dad? Who was that? Don't worry about it. Just some kid who wants to work here. Another one? Yeah, this one's particularly insistent. Kid acts like he popped straight out of a drama period. What's with the door knocking and pleading? Seriously, man, our fruit farm sure is popular. Yeah, enough people have hankering to work here. A privilege, by the way, that you have, but are throwing away to become a painter. Okay, I already know. You don't have to keep shoving it in my face. Just messing with you. What you do is up to you, Kaji, but whatever you choose, do a good job at it, you hear? I'm rooting for you. Right. Still, that guy must be crazy coming to our house like that. That's borderline harassment. Does he realize he's being a nuisance? Nuisance, huh? Yeah, I guess he is. His approach is outdated, that I won't deny. And I don't want more people coming out to our house, so I had to shoo him off. That said, it takes guts to knock on a door like that in this day and age. The kid's got spunk, and something I can appreciate. At the very least, his passion comes across loud and clear. Seriously? He's got no common sense. He's just making life hard on other people. We can't be encouraging that. Hey, don't just look at me and sigh. I'm not that weird one here. What's the deal? I swear, sometimes I wonder if it's my fault. Did I raise you wrong? Or is this a sign of the times? It's life getting too easy or something. What are you even talking about? What I'm talking about is that common sense isn't everything. That is, assuming you're still young enough to run on blind passion and have people let you off the hook for it. Kids these days, though. I don't know what it is, but they're also intimidating and uptight. Sometimes I wish they caused a little more trouble. What? But causing trouble's a bad thing. Bad, right? Isn't that why you drove him off? Because he's causing trouble for us? There's good trouble, and there's bad trouble. I drove the kid off because I couldn't let him set a precedent, but that go-getter spirit of his, you can learn a thing or two from him, Kaji. Excuse me, Mr. Allers? Wait, that voice. Is that? Oh, Flora. Miss Flora, in a Serenhide uniform. Is it my birthday or something? Oh, this Kaji. I didn't expect to see you here. I didn't expect to see you here either. What's going on? Why'd you come all the way here? Vischel Vicorla, Miss Flora. Vischel Vicorla, Mr. Oldberg. Pardon my sudden visit. Come on, Kaji. Where are your manners? We might be friends, but you should still greet each other. Right, of course. Vischelio Vicorla, Miss Flora. God damn these names. You and your fuzz. Trying to sound like a noble or something. No offense, Miss Flora, but the boy takes. Oops. But the boy talks like he's got a few decades on me or something. What brings you here, anyways? You're a rare sight to see so early in the morning. I'm here to notify you of something, actually. Notify me? Yes, lately I've been receiving reports of local It's a bear, a massive mammal 3 times the size of a large man. Its fangs and claws are extremely sharp and aligned to rip apart its prey. Normally, bears are docile and avoid humans, but every year a few people fall victim to bear attacks. They are rarely wandered into areas inhabited by humans. Bears, locally, me over in the farm ring. It did start with reports of crop damage in the farm ring. However, the frequency of their activities is growing at a running speed. Recently, they've even started wandering into urban areas and causing damage. That is pretty concerning. How bad is it? Fortunately, it's been limited to property damage so far, stores, warehouses, and such. No death or injuries yet. And want to keep it that way, so Fahrenheit has issued orders to preemptively warn restaurants and businesses that deal with food. Lower Fruit Farm, of course, is no exception. If you happen to see any bears near you or the store on the farm, please report it to Fahrenheit's White Coats immediately. What are these? Also called White Hats, they are Fahrenheit's police force. Despite the fact that their line of work might require them to engage in combat, they are known to wear white coats and white hats, which are disadvantages for battlecraft, because black actually absorbs the mana, whereas white not so much. This distinct quality of their dress code is a symbol of both their competence, suggesting the handicap is negligible next to their skills, as well as peace, implying Rosenhide is so safe that even the police have no need to wear black. I see. Alright, I'll do that. But bears, huh? Their instinct is to avoid people. Rack bears especially. It's pretty crazy they're wandering into the city. It's because of the season tower, isn't it? It's because of the season tower, isn't it? Yes. That concludes my note, Citizen Oldberg. If a bunch of rack bears rampage through the town rampage through town, it's gonna cause irreplaceable damage. Which if I were requesting your cooperation so that doesn't happen. Do we know where they're coming from at least? Based on reports, we are fairly certain the bears are coming from the direction of Rendell Forest. What? Rendell Forest? Does that mean Preach was in danger? I see. Alright. Better put up some sort of ammo barrier then. It's her defense, maybe. If you'll excuse me, I need to let the farmhands know. Mr. Oldberg, due to the nature of the situation, we ask that you refrain from sharing this information with third parties. We do not wish to incite panic. I understand. I'll keep it within the farm. Will that be all, Miss Fahrenheit? Yes, we thank you for your time. Istiala Vilcercio. I know that one. Hey, Kaji, do you have a minute? Huh? Sure. I have to say though, sure threw me for a loop showing up in Fahrenheit's uniform all of a sudden. Your dad. He's against starting up the season tower, isn't he? I expect as much, but I think so, yes. Cycling through the season does mitigate some of its effects, but it still shortens the soil's lifespan. For people working on the farm ring, it's probably a pretty constant issue. Yeah, I guess that's true. You can't mess around with nature to this degree and expect there to be no consequences. That's something the King Vala himself decided, right? Citizens will support him. And the Fahrenheits too, of course. Will always be at your service. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. Thanks. This kingdom will be a lot easier to run if all the citizens were like you. By the way, how come you didn't use the emergency alert comm lines? I don't see any white coats with you either. Is there a reason you're going door to door by yourself? Huh? Oh, about that. The official reason is we don't want to cause panic, so we're keeping the emergency alert line inactive. As for the door to door thing, it's sort of like training for me. My brother told me to, and I quote, "You need to know Rosenheit better, so go out there and do some legwork." I mean, I don't come to this sector much, so I guess she has a point. Legwork? Wait, you mean by foreign, right? You can't seriously be walking around on foot. Sure am, and I have the blisters to prove it. My feet are dying. What? Why in the... That's not training, that's just torture. There's probably a lesson in here somewhere, something that'll tie all this absurdly tedious work to some moral duty of mine as a noble. As for what it is, I have no idea. About the notice. You said that rack bears are coming from Del Forest, right? Is that really true? Oh, yeah, I want to talk to you about that. Is that a big problem? Misha cooks up preacher wood almost every day, right? I hear that rat bears are attracted to human food. They are, and yes, it's a big problem. Preachwood is in a terrible spot right now. Then we have to tell Misha, and everyone who goes to Preachwood is in danger. I already did. And you would not believe what he said to me. Right, bears, gotcha. Damn, they're strolling into town now? There's sure some gutsy bears. Guess we should tell everybody who comes here. Yeah, that's true. Whoever feels it's dangerous should probably stay away from this whole place till this dies down. Give everyone the heads up then, would you? Or go get everyone, would you? Will do. You keep cooking. Wait. That's... What's wrong with you two? What do you mean if they feel dangerous? You're the leaders. If you two stay, everyone will naturally stop coming. If you stay away, not everyone will naturally stop coming. Just shut this place down for a while. That's unfortunately a request I cannot comply with. Even if you play the noble card, by the way. Come on, Misha. Don't put it like that. You're making it sound like she's one of those high and mighty types. Flora's one of us already. Ah, true, my bad. But don't worry. I'll make sure to tell everyone that the only people who should be coming here are those who don't mind dying. That way, if they keep showing up and get hurt, it's their own fault, right? Are you serious? What kind of juvenile logic is that? The point is to stop people from putting themselves in danger in the first place. Someone actually gets hurt. Are you guys just going to stare at them in the face and tell them it's their fault? People's lives are in danger. Do you understand? Your friends might die. Whoa, girl, slow down. Just some bears roaming around. What's to talk about dying? Even risk management types would think you're blowing things out of proportion. But we're talking about bears. Okay, look, we're in the middle of a forest right now. Yeah? Your bears aren't the only animals roaming around here. There are plenty more, and plenty of them are dangerous. Huh? I mean, it goes without saying, right? You can't expect to cook in a place like this and not attract a few hordes of hungry animals. But that's okay, because we're used to it. How have I did this okay? Riggs, what about Adia? Does she know how dangerous this place is? Yeah, of course she does. We're not in a park. This is a literal forest. Can't believe this. What if something happens to the two of you? To us? We'll deal with it. Right? Yeah. I swear, you might die, you know. Yeah? So what? Everyone dies sooner or later. When the time comes, it comes. That's right. Whatever happens, happens. Besides, if they're showing up in town already, what's the difference does it make? You can run into them anywhere now. If we bump into one of them and get mauled to death, then we're just unlucky. This place is ours, you know. We belong here, and we don't want to leave just because bears might come say hi. What about Adia? What if something happens to her, Riggs? Nothing will. As long as I'm here, no harm will come to her. Can you believe it? Those two idiots! Ah! That does sound like Misha. He's got a way of setting his mind on things, and when he does, he can be pretty stubborn. And Riggs, too. What's his problem? Doesn't he realize how devastated I would be if he got hurt or died? He's sort of like Misha in that regard. Both have this, I don't know what to call it, confidence, inner strength. Inner strength isn't going to protect Adia if a bear tries to kill her. As long as I am here, who does he think he is? He can't guarantee her safety. But if the sightings are inside the city, it's technically possible to run into one of them on her foreign route. In that sense, they sort of have a point. It's not completely safe here either. Whose side are you on, Kaji? Beep. I need to find a way to get those two away from Preachwood. At least until this whole thing blows over. In that case, it's probably a bad idea, but what if you, force him to go as a Serenhide? The eviction will certainly hurt someone's feelings, but... So you're telling me to be the grown-up here, huh? Just suck it up and do the right thing, even if they'll hit me for it? Sort of? Well, yes, I guess that's what I'm saying. I considered the option, but I don't want to resort to that. Not yet. That's, understandable. Don't get me wrong, though. It's not because I'm scared of being hated. If that's what it takes to keep everyone safe, then I'll gladly play the villain. But I consider it my duty, because I consider it my duty as a Serenite. But I don't want to play the noble card, not for something like this. Can't be flashing my Serenhide badge for every little problem, or I will end up being one of those worthless high and mighty types. Say, Kaji, I know this might sound contradictory, but could you help me with something? Just a little? You want me to help you? Yeah, of course. Care about your safety too, so I don't really want you going out there either, but I'll help. What do you need me to do? Should have asked about what you wanted me to help before I said yes. No, that'll make me sound hesitant. I'll let you know later. I have to get some stuff ready first. If we can't persuade everyone to stay away from the Preachwood, then maybe at least we can do something to make it safer there. Understood. Bears are generally nocturnal, so it should be safer there during the days. Anyways, I'll contact you once preparations are done. No problem. I'll be on perpetual standby. Thanks. See you later then. Preparations? Man, I wonder what she has in mind. I wonder. But it'll have to be for next time. We're back in the forest. This is Too Tall saying thank you for joining me on this Let's Play of Fault. Silence Dependent Lightcraft. Already 4 saves. Very interesting. Anywho, chapter 1-7. Damn. I wonder how many chapters there are. Stay safe. As always, have an awesome day.